kitchen. I just wanted to set everything up. I'm just checking my measurements too, so I'll start. I realized that I could have done this like 11 minutes ago, 13 minutes ago, that because I haven't rambled from this kitchen yet, I need to just see how things are. It also made me realize that there's a lot of things that I need to buy to make the rambling hours from the kitchen a little bit better. So I can see now, especially if I am only going to be in this area, that I have a lot of space to work and I can bring the table in closer. I think I'm going to get some kind of fold up like counter table thing that works better for my lives. You know how they do it on TV when it's like at a different height. So you'll still be able to see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to move my table in and figure things out. So this is a little sneaky peek of the kitchen. It's not exactly how we want it to be. There's things that aren't like the behind here. We still need to do tile. I might need to like. Yeah, sorry, I had to shut off my Wi-Fi. Hi, Auntie Diane. Okay, so let me see if I have everything I need, I think, here, so I don't think I need to go off camera, but we will see. So now that I brought the table in, I can probably bring my camera closer too. However, my phone wasn't fully charged, so I need it to be able to reach. Let's see, is that, oh yeah, you guys need to see the table and you guys got to be able to see me, so yeah, that's great. Just kidding. Maybe out was better. Plus you guys want to see the kitchen as well, not just me. Okay, so still cutting my head off. I'm going to lift it up a little and I can see I have room here to work. And the other thing that I need to do with, yeah, you guys can see up there, and you see the doors, that all the stuff in there is not as pretty and neat as I want it to be, so I'm not even going to turn the light on for that. What was I going to say? Oh, the other thing I noticed when I did my Christmas one, which is fine because I talk loud, but I noticed that this is something like this is when I would need to wear the microphone that would go on me, or have the microphone set up, because the further away from the phone I am, the less you can hear me. So I was going to make two things today, but I think we're only going to make one thing because the time is ticking. And I mean, I can go over an hour because I'm here, but I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, you know how like on TV they make them beforehand? This is not a prepared thing like that. It was so nice outside today too, but I haven't been outside all day. I've just been in the house cleaning and doing things and wanting to get ready for my live, but I didn't even really do that. So I'm actually wearing like my normal like sweatpants and stuff like that I wear all day. Although this is clean, I did put it on this morning like fresh, and I've only been pretty much in the kitchen. So I hope everybody's good, and what we are going to make, I have my recipe here, and I had two recipes. I just printed a quick one off. It's Martha Stewart actually. It's raisin bread muffins, because I don't know where, I had one that I used to make when I was younger, but I don't know where it is right now. So I have, this is soapy water for me to wash my hands and everything for baking, because I keep touching my face and my hair and everything else, and we need to like make sure we wash our hands before we bake or cook or touch food. So let's see what else. Okay, so I was gonna show you guys, this is what I made for supper, which is another reason that I'm a little bit late. But I made chicken in the Ninja, and I knew that I wanted to just make a quick dinner. So I used cans of it was like chicken tikka masala sauce, and I just made vegetables, sauce, and on top of rice. And these are called papadums. They come as a circle, and you just break them up and you eat it like with your, yeah. So so it's just a quick curry that I made for everybody for dinner. I just made a small bowl to show you guys. Anyways, let me make those better for, doesn't matter. So I put, smells good though. Would love to eat, but I have no time, my friends. Not right now anyways. So I hope you like the part of my kitchen that you are seeing. I hope that everybody is good and doing well. I realize also that I think if I'm going to do stuff in the kitchen, I want to get like some aprons that are specific to the kitchen. This is just a white apron with a pocket. These are like school aprons that the kids used for food studies, and this one has like stain on it. So, but it doesn't matter. Like, honestly, I know when I worked at the restaurant, we wore aprons, and lots of jobs I've had, we wore aprons, and it's good because if you don't want to get dirty and stuff. But most of us, when we're cooking in our own kitchens, we don't really wear aprons. And I can see myself on there, and I don't think I look as flattering as, I mean, it's not the most flattering thing, which is even more reason to have a higher counter. Anyhow, just washing my hands. Fresh tea towel to dry, but this will probably get really dirty because I'm really messy when I cook. So anyways, yeah, raisin bran muffins. I have so many bran flakes, and so you can buy raisin bran, like Kellogg's Raisin Bran, where the raisins are already in the bran flakes, which is great, but if you can't get those, this is just bran flakes, and then I have raisins or saltines or whatever you want to add to your bran muffins. So these are really good for breakfast muffins. So I want to show you guys something else too. So I need to buy more muffin tins, like deeper muffin tins. If you use like these are silicone muffin liner thingy-majiggers, right, that you can wash. So I'm going to use those. But you can use like the tissue paper ones too that you throw out. But they make something here called fairy cakes, and they're basically cupcakes but really small and shallow. And I just wanted to show you how shallow lots of these pans are, because I don't even know if I brought some of my baking stuff or not, but I don't really have any good muffin tins. Actually, these ones might be from Canada. I don't remember. Anyways, they're so shallow for the fairy cake. So I want to get some like good size, like deep muffin tins, and some good size cupcake muffin silicone thing. So anyways, I just had this to show you guys the size. So let's get going. The other thing that I know that I need to get, I've had the same one since like I moved out on my own when I was like, well, I moved out when I was 18 or 19, 18. Anyways, it was near my birthday, so yeah, just before my 18th birthday, just before my 19th birthday, I think was the first time I moved out of the house. And I bought a set of, what are these called? Measuring cups, and I've had the same ones since I moved out, but then now, as kids get older and mess around with things, this isn't the set I had, this is just a colorful set, but as you can see, same with these, they're not expensive, but do kids keep things together? No, even a couple of these are missing. So yeah, I don't have any full sets. So I want to buy some that I can use just for my rambling hour. And then the same with these, all these, I put them onto one loop, but it's almost a full set for this one, but again, it's missing some of them. So we'll just do what we need to do. I hope everybody's good. I hope you guys are good. So you feel free to make any comments that you want to, because this is still just my, just rambling with Lisa, rambling hour, enjoying ourselves, talking, whatever you want to do. So I'm just going to have a drink, and then we're going to get started. What I was saying is, like on TV, I think I already said that they have things like, and then these are the finished ones that we made, earlier. But I don't have any finished ones because these bran flakes have been sitting here waiting for me to make bran muffins. I have so many things that I need to make because I'm trying to use up stuff out of the freezer and, just use up stuff so I have less stuff. Saying that, I just froze the red currants today, and I have peas and beans out of my garden too that I need to do something with. Now I've touched my face again. I'm going to scratch the back of my head, then I'm going to wash my hands again. See, there's a difference when I cook for myself and when I cook in a restaurant, or like right now, where I will absolutely like OCD realize if I've touched my hair or whatever. And Auntie Diane says Tupperware has measuring cups and spoons. Just saying. Yes, the thing about my Tupperware, Auntie Diane, is that the kids, like I said, are so, would I say disrespectful, or they don't take care of things enough for me to pay the money for a good Tupperware stuff. And then actually, if I got the Tupperware ones, those could be the ones I use just for my lives, because the kids are, they just don't take care of things. So yes, let's get started. My oven's already on because obviously you preheat your oven, but I also put some, Erica doesn't like papadums, those circle things, the crunchy circle things that we eat with the curry. So she just wanted some naan bread, which is like a flatbread, like an Indian flatbread. So she had naan bread and I just warmed it in the oven for a bit. So the oven's already on. Looking at the light, like all the way there, is so bright, it's hard to see, but I hope everybody can hear me all right and see me all right, and let's get going. So I chose glass bowls today instead of, usually I use the silver bowls that you guys, I don't remember at Christmas if I use silver bowls or glass bowls. And I don't need to go and buy all this new stuff because, first of all, I'm not rich, and second of all, I'm just like you guys, like use what you have, right? So it's just because, you want it to look nice, but whatever. So none of these bowls match. They're all like, this one I think is even, this one might even be like from some, I don't even know. Anyways, so we are going to make muffins. We need, so I want to see, give me a second, I want to see, I haven't even really read the recipe. I want to see how many, oh, I almost scratched my neck, but I won't touch anything. So, what's the yield is 6. So I'm going to make 6, 12, 24 at least. So let's times it by 4. So it says a 1/4 cup of oil. Please comment if I mess up my measurements, because usually before I even start, if I'm gonna increase the yield, I write it out beside it so that I don't mess up while I'm doing it. Right now I'm just gonna do the maths while I'm doing it. So we are going to do, so a 1/4 cup of oil is 1 cup of oil, which sounds disgusting, but you do what you gotta do. I do have extra measuring cups in the drawer, just that I don't have a lot of matching ones. So I learned in school that you use 1 measuring cup for dry and 1 for wet, which makes sense because you're not going to put your oil into this and then put like flour into it, because then the flour will just stick. Anyways, so this sounds like so much. And this is also, I'll show you in a second. I took the lid off for the purpose of this, and it'll look better on the camera instead of getting the other one. But this is an old Frank's Red Hot Sauce bottle that I have one with white vinegar in, and I have one with oil in. I just love my Frank's, and it's a useful way of, so then you just open the top and drip a bit in instead of the big thing I buy of oil. So, okay, so 1 cup of oil and handy dandy drawers. That is I don't like wasting, so I'm going to use the plastic spatula to get all the oil out of there. Throw it into the sink because I don't want to get oil everywhere, and I guess I'm going to have to dirty some things. But, okay, next is the bran flakes. It says 1.5 cups of raisin bran, so I'm going to do that measurement of just the bran flakes, and then I'm going to add some raisins. Another drawer, I made 2 of the drawers in the kitchen into baking drawers because I really want, Aurora is going to school for culinary, I can't, patisserie and I can't remember what it is, but baking and cooking. She's going to college for in September, so I wanted everything to be easy for her as well in the kitchen if she wants to make things here, but also because I want to use the stuff up, so I want baking to be a regular thing. So everything's accessible, easy to get to. So here's one of my tin ones, but again, it's not a full set. So if it's 1.5 cups, then we'll do 6 cups, right? 1, 2. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I just realized that I didn't read the instructions, and I'm just throwing the brand flakes into the oil as if that's what you do, but usually you do your dry ingredients and your wet ingredients and then put them together. So I think I was supposed to beat the egg and stuff with the oil, so let me actually read my recipes. Oil, standard muffin tin, paper liners. In a bowl, combine cereal and milk. Let stand until softened, about 5 minutes. So I did not do that. In a small bowl, whisk together flour, baking powder, cinnamon, and salt. And then step 2, stir oil, egg, and sugar into cereal mixture. Fold in flour mixture. Divide batter amongst cups. Okay, so yeah, that is fun watching Lisa not do things the way that they're supposed to be done. So let us try this again. Milk. But you know, usually they put the ingredients in the order that you use them, and they put the oil first. So that's annoying because the first thing we're going to do is combine cereal and milk. So I put 2 cups in there. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 6. Move that out of the way. Milk, 3/4 cup. I'm just going to do, see, this is so annoying. Okay. What did oh, I threw my oil one there. Let me grab it out of the, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I need a 3/4 cup if I have one. Half cup. I guess I only have a one, yeah, okay, so, wait, why is my brain not working? 3, 6, 9, 12 over 4, so that's 3 cups. Is that right? So 4 cups minus 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 3 cups. So 3 cups of milk. I have to do maths. They call it maths here because it's more than one type of math. This would have been so much easier if I had more time and was prepared. But as I said, the bran flakes have been sitting in my kitchen for so long that I just haven't got to things. Okay, I know. It's not that I don't want to dirty the table. I just, again, didn't. Okay, so I hope everyone's doing well. Let me just check if there's any comments. This needs to sit. I need a spoon. Just to stir that around. Try to scoop out any dry flakes, seeing they're not supposed to be sitting in the oil. Breakfast. Okay, let's see. Auntie Dan says, I'm watching from the road trip. We are traveling home from Bonnyville. Maxine says, nice kitchen. Thank you. Uncle Arthur is driving, so I get to watch listening on my AirPods. Well, that's cool. And anybody who's just tuned in or not able to watch right now, they can watch it later when it posts too. So, yes, thank you, iKitchen. I know it doesn't really give away the whole kitchen, but it gives you a little glimpse of it. And you guys can give me your suggestions. You can see the color theme. The tiles I've shown you before too. I think they're like a gray, black, smoky gray color. But I think we're gonna go with white, but we don't know what color to go with for the tiles back here. And then they'll come around and be like a splash back here, backsplash, splash back, whatever you want to call it. If you can see, these aren't gonna stay on the counter, but I'm gonna move the flower out of the way. But if you can see, if I move some things, you can see that the countertops go there and then come up to here. So then it's just this area that needs to be filled with tiles. I like my stuff in jars. We want to have the countertops cleared for the most part. That's why I have these 3 jars out, because those are things that we need for the recipes that I was going to make today. I can't remember if I touched anything, so let me just wash my hands again, because, you know, like I said, it's, if I was baking in my kitchen and I wasn't recording this, I probably wouldn't wash my hands as much, because it's just us eating it. But if I'm in a restaurant setting, if I'm making food for someone else, or now I'm on here, I'm going to do it properly. So, which I noticed at my Christmas one that I didn't, because you're just used to baking at home and, you know, but, okay, so these are sitting, getting soggy, and then I'm going to, in a small bowl, whisk together flour, baking powder, and cinnamon and salt. Small bowl, flour. So Martha Stewart's recipe calls for wholemeal flour, which is good because I want Steve to be able to eat these for breakfast as well, and he can't eat white flour. So I just ripped the bag. I'm so clumsy. It's not like you see on TV. Well, I mean, I guess you see them mess up on TV with stuff too. Let me do my measurements. So whole wheat flour, spoon and level, 1/2 cup times 4 is 2 cups. My dry cup, where did you go? That's wet. Oh, what did I do? No, that's wet. Where did I put my dry cup? I know it matched these, but I don't know what I just did with it. I did not leave it in the cereal. Did I put it in the sink? Yeah. So, good thing the sink is clean, because I keep throwing everything over there. So, wait, why is this wet? Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing with my life. Let's see. Let me grab even another one now. You guys will just have fun laughing at me. Again, feel free to comment if you have anything to say. So, what did I say? 2 cups? Oh, 1/2 cup of flour, spooned and leveled, which equals 2 cups. I'm gonna grab one of those. My nose is itchy, so I'm gonna use my arm to scratch my nose. Flat metal spatulas to level it off, but you can use the back of a butter knife too. So I don't know if I should dig my thing into there, because now that there's a hole in the back, it might come out the back. Yeah, okay. I need a spoon. Yeah, give me a second. The thing is, next time I do one of these, I'd like to be better prepared, but it's funny if I'm not, because then you guys get to laugh at all the things that I'm doing not correct. I guess it makes it more entertaining. So I think I told you guys this before, but I found out that when you think with flour, you can keep it longer by putting it in the freezer. If I'm not mistaken, I think that you're only supposed to keep flour for a month or so. Unless you keep it in the freezer, then I think you can keep it to up to 3 months or something. 3 or 6 months, I can't remember. But getting bugs in your flour, even if you keep it in a sealed container, supposedly the eggs are already in the flour. It's in the shaft of the wheat. So even if you keep it in a sealed container, they can still get bugs eventually. But what you do is, oh, like I said, freezing it, so obviously the eggs can't hatch, but also when you cook them, it's not going to harm you. But yeah, so that's why one of the reasons that you don't want to use old flour is you're only supposed to keep it for so long, which is very good information. So yeah, if you're not going to be baking and using up your flour quickly, put it in the freezer, it'll give it a longer life. My small bowl flour to, there you go, fell out the back hole and made a mess all over the table. Nope, more. Get 2 cups of flour. Get rid of the flour. So, combined cereal and milk did that. So, flour, baking powder, cinnamon, and salt. So baking powder, we need 2. Sorry, Aurora's trying to call me. She obviously doesn't remember that I'm doing my live, and she's out. But Allison, Al, call Aurora. Allison's up in Thomas's room watching Nova, the puppy, so that so that Tom can go out. So. Okay, so now that's totally thrown me off. 2 teaspoons baking powder, which means we need 8 teaspoons baking powder. Speaking of Tupperware, there you go, that's some old Tupperware for ya. And not old like 70s old, just old like when the kids were first born, so 2000s, the knots as they call it. Baking powder, 2 teaspoons. One teaspoon. So 1, 2, 3. You can measure it, like you can level it off if you want. 4, 5, 6, 7. But there's like, when you've been baking for your whole life and stuff, you kind of get used to doing like a amount, unless you know it's something that you specifically need to have precise. I'm pretty sure I did 8. Let me know if I was wrong, but I remember counting to 6, but then I stopped counting out loud, but I'm pretty sure I put 8 in. So half a teaspoon ground cinnamon. Can you guys see this? So I had these all matching a different way, but we bought these ones, and then I put the labels on the top, and I want more though. There's only so many that fit here, but we'll have to figure something out because there's more spices that we like using. And I don't even know where this came from, but it's like a tiny little spoon, and I thought that was good for like scooping out. Like I'll show you guys in a second. So what am I doing? Cinnamon, ground cinnamon. So if I come closer, it's like a really tiny spoon, and I don't even know what it came from, but I'm gonna look for more of these online to order, and maybe it is for something like this. I have no idea. But, and then those are the labels that I bought. They're just stickers. I put them on the top. I would have liked them on the bottom, but this is too small for the stickers, so they're on top. But I like not seeing, you know, the labels. So, anyways, like see this, like a little scoop like that. I thought that how brilliant is that? So I'll have to look for more of these. If you know what this is from, or if these are for this, then let me know. Oh, I love cinnamon. It smells so good. So what did we say? Half a teaspoon ground cinnamon, which means we need 2 teaspoons ground cinnamon. Teaspoon. One, 2. The other reason that me and Steve bought these is because some of our spices, before we got to them, they would get caked because it's a humid country, humid environment. So these, because they seal like that, it'll stay powdery. That's the plan anyways. So, okay. Flowers, baking powder, cinnamon, and salt. And we need salt, 1/4 teaspoon. So that means 1 teaspoon of salt. And people say, when am I ever going to use maths? Why do I need to learn this stuff? But there's lots of things in life that you do, whether you're building a building. Oh shit, that is too much, and I spilt a little bit in there, and we don't want them to be too salty. So I'm going to dump this somewhere. Again, lucky this is clean. It's just like a, what do you call this? Like for your spoon, I think. Like a spoon rack for when you're baking, stirring stuff on the cooker. And you just, okay, there you go. Salt, extra salt. Salt. So, whisk is in the drawer. I'll just use a small whisk because I'm already messy enough. Whisk, whisk, whisk. And I'll read the next step while I'm whisking this. Yep, okay, so then stir oil, egg, and sugars into cereal mixture. But, egg. Large egg, lightly beaten. So it doesn't really say that you need to put the oil and egg and sugar separately. So let me just add the oil here, and then I'll use this bowl to beat my egg. Again, let's not waste the oil that I put in this bowl. Oh my God, listen, there's no laugh track to this, but I would be laughing at myself if I was listening to this. My mind is like chaotic and all over the place, and maybe that's what people like about me. I don't know. So let's mix that around with, so I need 1 large egg and then a brown of sugar to make it sweet. Can I just say that that's been soaking for more than 5 minutes and there's still some, okay, so, see, my brain, what did I say? Egg. I have them here. 1 large egg. I've showed you this at Christmas, but I'll show you again just because not everybody knows this. So if you are using more than 1 egg, you can, instead of banging them on the side of the dish, you can bang them together and one of them is going to crack. I've never had a situation where both of them cracked. I wonder if that would happen. But anyways, you just bang them together and then that one's cracked. And then you don't need to bang it on the side. If you do it over the bowl, then you don't have the problem of it going everywhere. So, shit! What did I do? I didn't whisk the egg. I just threw it in there. Compost. Let's whisk the egg in its place with a spoon. Making a mess. This is hilarious. This is how not to cook with Lisa. And then the brown sugar. Oh wait, you guys, you're supposed to tell me. I only put 1 egg in there, and let me make sure I did the oil. Yeah, I did the oil right, but I'm supposed to use 4 eggs because remember I'm timesing it by 4. You guys aren't paying attention. I need 4 eggs, so at least I can whip these ones, or whisk. So, like I said, bang them on. Compost, garden compost. Another one. Then the last one, there's nothing to bang it against, so you got to do it on the edge of the bowl. And then you get egg all over your hands, so you go wash your hands. And you dry your hands. And then you can use your whisk. Whoops. It said lightly beaten, so that's good enough. Rubber spatula, not to waste. And so, sugar, brown sugar. I need a 1/4 cup packed dark brown sugar. It's not dark, but it'll work. It's brown sugar. I do have dark brown sugar, but I'm not opening a new bag of dark brown just for this recipe. I'll just use what I have, which is light brown sugar. And it says a 1/4 cup packed, so I need 1 cup packed. And put the salt away before I spill it, because I know my clumsy self. I can't remember what I used the spoon for, but I don't have it anymore anyway, so, or I'm not seeing it. Oh, it's in the flour. I was using a spoon for the flour and it's still in the flour, but I'll use a different one for the brown sugar. So packed means that you put it in there firmly like you're packing a sandcastle. I watch a show Taskmaster and it's so funny, like, it's comedians, it's like a set of 5 comedians, and they have to do different tasks that have been given to them by the Taskmaster, and some of them can be really silly, and just leave it on a plate, I mean on the chair, yeah. And yeah, so some silly tasks and such, and this one, so you never know what you're gonna get with the Taskmaster. I know they made one in Australia now. I don't know if Canada or America has a Taskmaster yet. But anyways, the show is really good. But it reminds me of this one, so you can see I'm patting it in firm with the back of the spoon. This one Taskmaster episode, this one girl came in and there was some brown powdery stuff there. And she went, "What's this?" and tasted it. And then, oh, that's sand. And it was so funny. So now when I use brown sugar, it reminds me of that she thought maybe it was brown sugar. But it was sand, and then she had sand in her mouth. Very funny. So, got 1 cup packed sugar, and it says to add it to the, I've been staring at the light, and now I gotta look at the recipe, and I can't read it very well. So, I don't even know what time it is. Okay, this is what I could do for a rambling hour. Like, I'm rambling, but it'll take all my time if I just make a recipe. God. So, flour, baking powder, cinnamon, salt. Stir oil, egg, and sugar into cereal mixture. Fold in flour mixture. Okay, so dump like a sand castle. And stir in. Smells yummy. Making my bran flakes soggy. Hey, you know what I didn't put in? Because it's not Raisin Bran, I haven't put the raisins in yet. You guys are not on the ball. Where are your comments? You're supposed to tell me that I'm forgetting things. I hope that I've got all my measurements right because we're almost done. Raisins. So, I wonder how many I should put in. I like raisins. And they're good for your blood. What can I use? Again, I don't want to cross-contaminate, so I could use the spoon that's in the brown sugar, but I won't because we have lots of spoons, and I have no problem doing dishes. Plus, we have a dishwasher, but even if I just did the dishes by hand, I don't mind them. So, I guess the thing about me walking around the kitchen, too, is that my volume levels will change when I'm closer to the phone. So, maybe I'll work on that for next time. I need to test out my microphones. So I could make some chocolate bran muffins too. Chocolate chip bran muffins. Chocolate chip raisin bran muffins. And another thing I want to make is oatmeal raisin cookies because I love them and Subway doesn't do them anymore for some reason. Not that I need all this stuff. I mean, bran muffins for breakfast, that's not bad, but we don't need a lot of baking in this house or we'll eat it. And that is not good for being healthy. All right, now it says fold in the flour mixture. So I guess I could use a bigger spoon than this if I was folding it in. But folding it in means actually that you're turning it while you're pouring it, like literally as if you're folding. Whatever. So mix, mix, mix. Mix, mix, mix. Mixity, mix, mix, mix. Mixity, mix. Yes, it's very important to make noise while you're mixing. Well, I mean, honestly, I talk to myself and I make noise all the time too, but even more so that I'm on here because it would be really boring to just watch me do this and it'd be really silent except the noise of the stirring. So let me make sure I've done everything and then I think we're ready to scoopity scoop. You know what, preheat oven lightly, oil, or use paper liners. That's a good question. Do you oil silicone ones? Do you? If you're using silicone liners, do you oil them? I have spray oil, so I could do that just to, so it doesn't stick to them. So, good for the environment, not wasting tissue paper ones. However, yeah, okay, so that's 3/6, that's, I don't have enough trays, so I'm gonna have to just make some of them now and then make another, oh yeah, but obviously I said, I think this is gonna make more than 24 anyways, so. Okay, let's do it. Are you guys having fun? I don't know if you guys are enjoying watching me or not, but let me know in the comments. So, raisin bran, look at that. It's quite runny. I think I need a better scoop. I'm gonna use like a ladle. Because I'm messy, actually, I'll just stick it in there. Okay, I'm messy enough without it. Hey, you guys want to see something really cool? They're smaller than I wanted them to be, but I bought these. They came as a set of 3, but I gave one to Owen because it was his kitchen color. But they're like Loch Ness monsters, like Nessie. So they have like little feet so that it sits up, and the little neck, and in your soup or whatever. See, isn't it cute? Like I said, it's smaller than I wanted it to be, but I like it. I can check my comments while I'm here too. Anyways, maybe we'll use this one for my scoopity scoop. Okay, let's make a mess. The oven, yeah, this isn't any cleaner. The oven has been waiting. This is a messy business. I haven't made these in so long, like a year, so I don't even remember if you just fill the whole thing, if I should only be filling them halfway, but I'm going pretty full, like about to the top. I don't think this was the best ladle to use. The stuff is sticking to the feet, so it's dripping. You guys, I hope you're enjoying this, because I think this is something that would probably need a laugh track. Your Sunday entertainment. And I didn't even go outside today. Oh, I had a big gob on that. All right, I'm gonna take that gob off because that might be too much there. Good thing I'm the one doing the dishes. Well, no, the thing is, I mean, I could get the kids to do the dishes, but we have a rule, like, there is certain dishes, like, who does the dishes for the week, but the rule is if you're baking, like, if you're making normal meals and stuff like that, or whatever, just normal dishes, that's fine, but if you're actually baking or something specific, and then you are responsible for your dishes. So that's why, like, anything that I mess up right now, it doesn't go into the normal dishes. It goes into baking dishes. And the rule is that you do your baking dishes when you're done baking. You don't leave them for a week. All right, the oven's been waiting for 100 years. But I don't know what 400 is in Celsius. Alexa, what's 400 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
400 degrees Fahrenheit is about 204 degrees Celsius.
Okay. I'll have to turn it up a bit, but... So it says to let those, it says, bake until the toothpick inserted comes out in the center of the muffin comes out clean, 20 to 25 minutes. Cool in tin 5 minutes, then turn out into wire rack, let cool completely or serve warm. Store up to 5 days at room temperature in a resealable plastic bag. Again, I got this from Martha Stewart, marthastewart.com, and we'll see how her recipe is. You can also put them into a container or freezer bags, and then you can freeze them so they'll last a lot longer than 5 days. So I am just gonna wash my hands. Oh, Alexa, set a timer for 25 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 25 minutes. Why aren't you listening to me?
Second timer, 25 minutes.
Oh.
Starting now.
She did set one timer and a second one, but she didn't tell me. So now I can visit with you guys. Let me grab a chair. Well, I don't need to be in the little corner here, but I don't want to be further back. So tell me, guys, what you guys think of the kitchen and what you guys think of my baking, if you're enjoying watching. If this is even at a later time, you can still comment. I will see the comments later. So yeah, and then it's just clean up and dishes. And so tomorrow I have... I don't get to be in the garden right early yet either, because I have what I told Allison is a meeting. We have a meeting, meaning that her and I need to, so I might be taking like some type of horticultural course in college, this September. So if I want to take a course, I need to sign up for it soon. And Allison needs to do some stuff for university as well. So we are meeting tomorrow and getting our stuff done that we need to do. And then if I get those things done, then maybe I am allowed to be in the garden. So it's supposed to be really hot this week. It's our second heat wave, but it's not going to be as hot. Like, it's not going up to 38, but I guess in some parts of... Oh. What? But no, my love, your oven door open from this. Oh, I thought you meant my oven door was open. But yes, that they open the, well, yeah, that one opens that way. The bottom one opens the other way, but there's a small oven right there that opens downwards. And then matching that size at the bottom of this one is a drawer for storage. You scared me. I thought the oven door was open for a second. Okay. What was I saying again? Why is it wet here? Where's my towel? I think it's wet because I had washed the bowls because they were in the cupboard. I just wanted to make sure they were clean, so I washed the bowls and then set them on the table. So, yes, we got work to do. Oh, so it's not going up to 38, but it's supposed to be just in the 30s in some places in England, which is still pretty hot. So we'll see what it gets up to here. So I do definitely want to be in the garden, but I need to get things done that I need to get done. So, what else is up and new with you guys? You can see my table, how messy it is now. And I should have grabbed my drink when I was over there. And I could clean this all up, although I should put the milk away, but I'd rather visit with you guys. So like I said, I was gonna make, I could still make them if you guys want to talk to me while I make them. I want to try making baking powder biscuits with my mom's recipe. So should I make those right now while we wait for things to bake? Okay. I might need to use some of my tin bowls or some of my colorful bowls or something because I have made a mess of the glass bowls. So I have the other recipe here. We can do it if you want. Any votes? Anybody there? Anybody want me to make baking powder biscuits? They're pretty simple, it looks like. Actually, I want to read the recipe because I want to see if, like when I put the biscuits, if I put the... when I put the biscuits, do I need it, oh, silly Lisa, I forgot that I changed the camera angle. So when I put the biscuits to bake, do I put them in like a muffin tin or do they form themselves on a, like a baking sheet? So that's what I want to see. Yeah, an oiled cookie sheet, okay. So, okay, let's try this recipe for baking powder biscuits. Wash hands and get new bowl. I look forward to trying a biscuit with a little bit of margarine on it, or butter, or whatever you want. So this is a corner cupboard. We just open it like that. We were gonna get like a Lazy Susan that came out, but we decided. Steve hates like cupboards like this where you can't reach into the very back, but I was okay with it because I knew that I could put things back there that I would use, but not all often. So I have all the bowls in here, and I do have some really big mixing bowls and stuff that I use, but not often. So they're in there. So, and that is where the tin ones are. And I'll show you guys something I bought. I haven't used it yet. Just give me 1 second. More Tupperware. That's my salad spinner. And actually, now that it's in this cupboard, I have to get the lid for it too. I have it. I have it in there upside down because of where it used to be stored, but now I could So there's a salad spinner, a lettuce spinner, salad spinner, an extra bowl. This is where the glass bowls go. I got a nice green glass bowl. I love this. It says spaghetti. Except that if you put all the spaghetti in there, you can't see that it says spaghetti. And then a salad bowl. Leon's. That's funny. And then just a little, anyways, so that's not what I'm showing you guys. I'm not showing you every dish, mismatched dish that I own. It's just I have to move those to get this out in the back corner. So this is what so this thing here, it's called a champagne bowl. So obviously I needed it. It's like a big bowl with a base. So, you know, with ice and stuff, and then you put the, so yeah, I got that, but I need to have parties. And then what do we have here? More Tupperware, and then my tin bowls. And this is Tupperware. Oh my God, Auntie, look, I'll show you what I did to, this is my favorite dish. Hey, what are you doing in there? That's not supposed to be in there. It's a pie pan. It's supposed to be with the other baking stuff. So, what am I making again? Baking powder biscuits. I think I'll use this size bowl. And then I got punch bowls in there. And then these are our normal bowls, like for storing food and everything. They're nice and colorful. And what we use on most days, and microwave and everything else. And our strainers and whisks, I mean not whisks, strainers and sieves and stuff are in there too. So, wash hands again because I touched my clothes. Dry hands. Oh yeah, I was showing you this. Okay, so this is a Tupperware one, and these are really good. They were made for when they, like for microwaves and freezing and everything. But I thought, oh, if it can go in the microwave, then maybe it can go in the air fryer, because I wanted to keep what I was cooking separate because it had peppers on it, and Steve's allergic to peppers. But guess what? It didn't. It melted in the air fryer, so it's a bit misshapen. It still works. It's just it got soft and so. Anyways, but this is Tupperware. And, one of the reasons that I love this is it's a perfect size for me to have my noodles. Like instant noodles, but I like the ones that are called mama noodles. They're like spicy noodles, so I make my instant noodles in these. And I love that, I don't have a fork here, but if I put a fork in, because I hate when you have a bowl or a container when you're eating noodles, and if you let your fork go, it like falls into your food. But this is, no matter which way I put my fork, it leans on the side. So that's what I make my noodles in. But I don't even eat noodles very often now because, well, they're, you know, they don't really have any nutritional value. So, obviously the lid won't work with it anymore either now that it's misshapen. But your microwave stuff doesn't work in the Ninja, just so you know. Alright, let's get on with the baking powder biscuits. Okay. So first I want to see if it says a yield. Make 16. So I'm not going to double the recipe or do anything. I'm just going to do what it says and see how they turn out. Baking powder biscuits. Sift together in a bowl 2 cups of flour and wait, what? Sorry, you can't sift oil, so oh, I see how it's written. So sift into a bowl 2 cups of flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. So 2 cups of flour. I'm not sifting it, too lazy. And I'm gonna make it with white flour because I don't know how, like I wanna see if they'll turn out. So I'm gonna make them like the way that I would make them normally before I make them with wholemeal. Hi Nova, puppy is in here. This is Nova. Nova down, nose down. she thinks because it's just like Lena, their nose is the right height for putting up to the table, so they think they can just sniff away. Instead of using that dirty one, I'm going to use one that's clean. It's a 1/2 cup. So I need 2 cups of flour, so I'm going to use this 4 times. I guess I could do it like this if I wanted to make a mess. Yeah, I am a mess. Oh God, I'm so messy too. So 4 halves make 2 wholes. 4, so 4 1/2 cups make 2 whole cups of flour, and 3 teaspoons of baking powder, hence baking powder biscuits. Teaspoon. 1, 2, 3, baking powder, want to scratch my face, and 1 teaspoon salt, and I still have this salt over here, and that's probably just exactly a teaspoon. No, actually it's less, it's probably 1/2 teaspoon, let's see. Yeah, it's about 1/2 teaspoon. Let's not make a mess this time though, hey Lisa? Just slow and steady. Good enough. Yes, Corona, I showed you guys these as well. I have these little tops that I got as a promotional thing. I was doing a Battle of the Bands, and I was finding bands for the Battle of the Bands, and going around to different nightclubs and stuff. To get promotional, for gifts for prizes and stuff. And they gave me those, and then you just get your old beer cans and you put those on. But I don't know if they still make them now, but in the olden days we used to have like kitchen chairs, like made out of aluminum or whatever, like metal legs, and they used to have these like plastic like cup things that go on the bottom of the chairs. They say that if you buy those plastic things, they're the same size to put over your. So I've had these since before I had kids, in the early noughts, and yeah, salt and pepper shakers. Okay, so yeah, obviously I sifted all that together properly, and then pour in oil and milk, mix with a fork until mixture cleans the bowl. Hey, you know what? I didn't actually, I forgot to spray the muffin, the silicone things, so hopefully they don't stick too bad with but there's a lot of oil in there, so it should be fine. Okay, pay attention. It says, I need my glasses. It's just the way my mom sent me the picture of the recipe from her recipe book. Yeah, 1/3 cup oil and 2/3 cup milk. Well, so where's my 1/3? 1/3 oil, and 2/3 milk. Is that what it said? 2/3 milk. And then, what did I say? It said, okay, mix with a fork until mixture cleans the bowl. Round up on lightly floured board. Knead lightly 10 times. Roll or pat out about a 1/2 inch thick. Cut, place on unoiled cookie sheet, bake at 425 Fahrenheit for 10 to 12 minutes, make 16. Let's try this out. So I'm gonna do what it actually says. I'm gonna grab a fork. Comment if you have anything that you wanna say. The only reason I wasn't walking back this way to get things is because I left a drawer open there, but guess what? I closed the drawer now. I can go this way to the drawer with the forks and spoons and stuff. So, using a fork, mixing it up until the bowl is clean. You can see if you want. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. See, easy peasy. I knew this was an easy recipe. I just haven't, again, I haven't made it in a year. Like, I haven't made baking powder biscuits since before I had kids. So Allison's 18 and a half already, 18 and a half. So at least that long. Okay, well, yep, bowl's clean, pretty much. Sides are clean. It will make a nice ball. We don't do it too much because the more you knead dough and everything, the tougher it gets. So if it says to only do it so many times, you want to listen to that. I'm just going to wash my hands real quick because I can't remember if I touched anything before I touched the dough. And then I am going to grab, well, I can use a plastic sheeting here, but I want to grab my rolling pin too. So I have a clear plastic tablecloth, and I did wipe all this stuff down, so I'm just going to use the tablecloth that's on the table, which I don't necessarily recommend. You should have like some kind of mat or your table or your whatever, your cutting board, whatever you're using to do this. And then lightly floured, so I actually have this lightly floured, but it's like wholemeal flour. Yeah, it'll work. So I'll leave the lightly floured wholemeal flour there, and I'll grab a little bit of white flour because it'll sprinkle better. But lightly floured, and then, oh, that's soft. That reminds me of like a cookie dough, like sugar cookies or something. Like it's very soft dough. It's not the same as making bread or buns. Well, it doesn't feel like it to me. It feels softer. Might be the milk, I don't know. So what did it say again? Knead 10 times? Knead lightly 10 times, roll or pat out about 1/2 inch thick. Hello, are you going to bed?
Yeah, love you.
Okay, so kneading is rolling and using the heel of your hand to knead. So we'll fold it over and then knead with the heel of your hand. One, turn it so you have like a half a thing. You fold it and turn it and knead again. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then pat it or roll it out to 1/2 inch thick, if you even know what a 1/2 inch is. Whatever. I'm not gonna get out of. That's just Erica getting ice out of the fridge, so out of the freezer. That's Erica making a big mess of the ice. I'll just use this to cut it. Cut, place on unoiled cookie sheet, bake at 425 for 10 to 12 minutes.
Love you, girl.
Love you. Night. So that's 5. I'm just gonna try and make it about like, so 5 times 3 is 15. So if I do it this way and this way, and I add these together. Thanks, love. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So add that to that, that to that. I can't see if you can see, but I'm just, you'll see when I put them on an unbaked cookie sheet. Unoiled cookie sheet, otherwise known as a baking sheet, just a flat baking sheet. So it's a bit round. I'll show you when I'll put it on the board the way it's on the table here, and then I'll spread them out more. Uh-oh, it's quiet. Oh my God, I love bread and stuff, so I know it's not the healthiest to just eat, especially at this time of night, but I can't wait to have one of these with some butter on it. So, okay, there, and then I'm just gonna spread them out more evenly spaced. It doesn't say that, but obviously, it also, this isn't normal flour, this is actually self-rising flour, so I don't know if, it doesn't say to use yeast, so maybe I should have made this with regular flour instead of self-rising flour. However, I don't have any regular flour right now, so, I don't know how to spread them out much. I'm making whatever. I don't know if I need to spread them out. Whatever, good enough. Yeah? Okay. Alexa, how much time left on my timer? Oh, I can see it from here, 2 minutes and something. How are they looking? Oh gosh, they are looking good. I'm gonna be a fat girl from eating all this stuff. So I will wait the 2 minutes and I'll talk to you guys before I put those in. So because I talk so loud, I can hear the echo, the ALEXA, up in Thomas's room, answering my question. Toothpick, cocktail stick, toothpick. They're usually on the middle of the table on the little Lazy Susan that we have, but I moved it so I could use that. So, and while I'm over here, I'll get some oven gloves. Now, what did you say? Oven gloves. Do you mean oven mitts? No, I mean oven gloves. We have oven mitts as well, but these are oven gloves. It's like an oven glove. Cocktail stick. Gonna check if stick it into the middle of the raisin bran muffin and see if anything sticks to this. If this comes out clean, it means they're ready. If this comes out with stuff stuck to it, it means that it's still raw in the middle and needs to cook longer. I have 52 seconds. So, what's new with you guys? What have you been making? Have you been looking forward to watching my live from the kitchen? Did you know that we're over an hour now? Not much because I was late. So, it's 9:27 right now and I started at like 8:15, 8:13. So, we're not over too much, but the muffins will be ready, but I will continue this while I cook the biscuits because I have to do them anyways. So, but I might start cleaning up while I'm talking to you guys and while the biscuits are in the oven. Ready? 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 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 1. Alexa, stop. Oh, you can smell the cinnamon. They're a bit, they're quite brown. This oven works really well. So, yep, that one's clean. That one's clean. That's coming out clean. Oh my God, look at those. It's really hot, I need to set it down. Put these in. And I know it said 425, but we'll leave it at 400, that's good enough. 10 to 12 minutes. So Alexa, put on a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
We'll check them after 10.
Now.
Alexa, put on a timer for 5 minutes. Because we're supposed to let these cool for 5 minutes and then dump them.
Second timer. 5 minutes. Starting now. Do you
Okay.
want to name this timer?
No. Oh yeah, other one. Okay, so bake until too big. Okay, cool in tin 5 minutes. Then turn onto wire rack. I don't have my cooling racks out right now, but that's not a problem. I just want to show you guys. Oh, you can smell the brown sugar and cinnamon, and I don't know that they're going to be very healthy for breakfast with the brown sugar and cinnamon in them. They're not the recipe that I used to make when I was a kid, but they do smell amazing. And it's always better to eat something in the morning than not eat. And something like bran is going to fill you up in a small portion and keep you going for a long time. Those are the kind of carbs that you want, especially in the morning. So I'm very excited to try one. Waiting for them to cool. Hope you guys have enjoyed my live so far. The baking powder biscuits are in the oven, and that was really quick. So I can't remember what we used to eat them with when I was a kid, but I think they'd be good with any kind of soup or stew, or even the curry or anything. And once these ones, they're so quick and easy. What do you guys think? Should I try making a batch of the wholemeal baking powder biscuits? Okay, let's do it while we wait for the other ones to bake. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you guys wait for these ones to bake. I'll just take a picture of them and put them in the comments after. But we'll get the wholemeal flour. They were so quick and easy that if I make some wholemeal ones, then Steve will be able to try one. So, 2 cups of flour. Making a mess again. That is half a cup. There's 1 cup. That's a bit too much. And last one. This is more how I bake instead of measuring things perfectly. But okay, so flour, put it away. Add the baking powder, 3 teaspoons. One, 2, 3, 1 teaspoon salt. I'm just confirming because, you know, I forget things quickly when I'm distracted in my mind. Careful, careful, don't overspill. Okay. Obviously, you shouldn't be doing it over the bowl because in case you just dump lots, but so you mix those together, and then oil. What was it? 1/3 cup of oil and 2/3 cup of milk. So mix this together. My 1/3 cup is there, so oil, 1/3 cup oil. God, my voice has been going for a long time. 2/3 milk. 1, 2. And then stir until it comes away from the walls of the bowl. what an easy recipe. I can't wait to try one of these biscuits. Yeah, pretty much away from the bowl. And then, Alexa, stop. So that's the 5-minute timer for me to dump these out onto a cooling rack. Oh, they come out of the, yeah, you don't even need to oil they came out really easily. So I'm gonna try one of those in a moment, but I'm gonna do this first. So lightly floured, grab your baking powder biscuit dough. Remember, don't overwork your dough, or dough can get tough if you overwork it. So I'm going to put it on there. I'm going to knead it 10 times. 1, 2, 3. Again, kneading is using the heel of your hand. 4, 5, 6, 7, fold 8, fold 9, fold 10. Flatten or roll to 1/2 inch. And then cut into, well, it says 16, make 16, so then I guess you would cut it into 16 pieces. So that is what I'm going to do. I use this again to cut. It's not really a big deal what they look like or what size they are. So, rolling pin's in the way. So that's 8, 9, 10. Put this with this is 11. This with this is 12. 13. What did it say? 16? I don't know if I rolled it out enough for 16, but that's okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That'll be good enough. And my ear is itchy. Non-grease baking sheet. I'll spread them out evenly. How are those ones coming along? Oh my God, they're looking so good. These are square, but I guess you could make them round if you want. You could use a cookie cutter, but they're just rising but listen, I don't care about the shape, I care about the taste. So it's not one of those cooking programs where it has to look super yummy. I mean, you know what I mean. It doesn't have to be perfect. None of us are perfect. We're just making food for our family. So, tomorrow for lunch, yes, just like a bowl of soup and a nice biscuit. Very exciting. Okay, so these are ready to go in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. The ones that are in the oven are almost done. 2 minutes left on those. I'm gonna bring you over a fresh raisin bran muffin. Raisin bran muffins. And we are gonna crack this baby open. You can see the steam. And I'm gonna get a little bit of margarine and I'm gonna try it and let you guys know what it tastes like. So with my crazy cooking and Martha Stewart's recipe, let us see. I used to work at McDonald's years ago, and they have really nice blueberry muffins, and for some reason their low-fat blueberry muffins have sugar sprinkled on top. I think I've told you guys this before. So I have margarine on there. And I used to, if you go to McDonald's, they don't really, I don't think they have muffins here in the UK, but in Canada they have muffins at McDonald's, and you can ask them to heat them up. And they just put them in the microwave, they heat them up, and you can get butter. And so good. So I used to have like blueberry muffins with butter on for my breakfast sometimes when I worked at McDonald's. So let me try this and I'll let you know how it is. Yep, just like a raisin bread muffin should be, and even better. You gotta watch me eat for a minute. As soon as the bacon powder biscuits are done, and I can let you guys go. So, let me get them out of the oven. Alexa, stop. It's really hot. That's why I wasn't talking. I scrubbed it all in my mouth and it's really hot. So, when you bake bread and stuff, what you can do to make them look even better is, I mean, you don't need to. These look really good. But what you can do, what you can do if you want them to look even more golden is you can brush on margarine and put them back in the oven, or, well, actually you can just brush on margarine to make them look shiny, but you can also brush on egg and it makes them look nice. But these don't have egg in them, so you don't need to do that, and they look already good enough to eat. They are smoking hot, but I'm gonna grab one to bring over to you. So this is a American Canadian biscuit. So it's just bread basically. And like I messed up last week. I said the thing, like an American or Canadian biscuit, the closest thing to them here is a crumpet, but I meant a scone. They would be like scones, except scones are sweet. So, and then obviously the shape, I cut them into squares. So I didn't know how they would cook, how they would rise and everything, but I see that whatever shape you make them, that's how they rise. So I could make them more round if I wanted. You can see the steam coming off of it. Oh, it's just like I remember. You can also, there's variations of this you can do. You can add buttermilk instead of regular milk, and then they're buttermilk biscuits. You can add grated cheese and make cheese biscuits. So there's lots of different things you can do with biscuits. I'm gonna put some margarine on here, tell you how they are, and then I'll let you guys go. So next time I do a rambly hour from the kitchen, I'll make sure all my ingredients are ready, and I'll make sure that I make the things beforehand so that I can just show them, so that I don't have to take too long. Hopefully, I just crumbled it into my hand. Hopefully this wasn't too long for you guys and you've enjoyed watching me make a mess and break things and crumple things and eat. Yep. Crunchy, yummy carbs. So guys, I love you guys. We'll see you next week. Let me know if you want to do anything else. Otherwise, we'll probably be in the garden. So, raisin bread muffins and bacon powder biscuits. So, you got your breakfast, you got your carbs for lunch with your soup. And, yeah, maybe we'll do soups next time. I have no idea. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. If you're watching this at a later time, like I said, you can comment then. And I will still see your comments. I will still comment back to you. And I'll let you guys know how the wholemeal ones turn out. Which reminds me, I didn't set a timer for those. So I'll see how they turn out, and I'll put pictures in the comments. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye!